attracts like, all of this high impact energy. I'm like, please, like, let's just get in with nature and just take the time, because it's going to be a long year, 12 months. Like, why inject all of this energy in when we need to sustain that energy throughout the year? So
Yeah.
yeah, we really have to be mindful and take back our power and our energy and really resource from within rather than throwing our resources outwardly. So cacao, Kundalini yoga, a bit of inward meditation sounds like the perfect balm to, yeah, slow us down and tune us back in.
Yeah.
So with that said, let's take a moment to sit in our comfortable seats, settling our sit bones down into the surface. And let our back body relax back into space or into our chair. Just gently lift the shoulders up on the inhalation and exhale. Let them fall down on the exhalation. Feel that lovely space between your shoulders and your ears. And let your hands rest wherever they're most comfortable. Let's take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling through the nose, fill up the belly, the chest. And exhale with a sigh through the mouth. And again, the deepest breath you've taken all day. And exhale. And last time, deep breath in, receive a breath from the universe. And exhale with a sound. And just let go of the breath now. And just feel the breath gently entering and leaving the body. Feeling the chest and the belly rising and falling. And just connect with that inner peace and stillness within yourself. That part of you that is unshaken or unfazed by the world and this life experience. The part of you that is so infinite, divine, and eternal. Allow yourself to connect with that element or aspect of you. And allow yourself to anchor deeply into this present moment as we go deeper down now into the tailbone, the root chakra. And imagine your roots extending from your tailbone and traveling all the way down to the center of Mother Earth, Gaia. And as you connect in with her core, her center, feel this gentle little pull or tug, grounding, connecting. And feel Mother Earth's energy traveling eagerly up through the roots and into your body. Breathing and receiving her energy. Breathing and receiving these new earth codes. And as you exhale, let go. Let go of whatever feels like a burden, heaviness, responsibilities, pain, dis-ease. Mother Earth is happy to recycle that energy back into the earth. So feel that energy leaving your body now, effortlessly flowing through the roots and into Mother Earth. And feel this lovely exchange of energy of receiving on the inhalation and letting go on the exhalation. And a gentle smile in your face and gratitude in your heart. Send love and thanks to Mother Earth for supporting you today and every day. Bringing your awareness now all the way to the top of your head. See, feel, or just simply imagine now your crown opening like a 1,000-petal lotus. And as it unfurls, petal by petal, feel this lightness, this expansion. as your lotus flower comes into full bloom. And from the very center of your crown emerges a silver thread, and it ascends upward, all the way up into the cosmos, all the way up into that big ball of white light, which we call Source, Great Spirit, God, Higher Power, that which is much greater than us, that which is of the highest good and the highest good only. And as you connect in with that infinite source of healing and light, feel yourself lengthening, growing taller. And this loving divine energy begins to pour like a white healing waterfall down your silver thread, into the crown of your head, third eye, throat, heart space, belly, womb, roots, and all the way down into the roots, into the earth. So seeing yourself now as this pillar of light, a bridge between heaven and earth. And your feet begin to fill all the way up to your head, fingertips, with this beautiful white healing light. And it expands out through your auric field, creating an egg-like shape with this silver layer of protection all around, protecting you from all harm, just allowing the good stuff in. You are grounded, connected, and protected. You always were and you always will be. Just notice how that feels. And see all of your beautiful rose sacred sisters here in ceremony, with their hearts and minds wide open, radiating their beautiful, unique energy. And a beautiful ring of light of protection going all around us now to hold us in this safe and sacred space as we honor this full moon, Mama Cacao, and our heart's deepest desires. And very slowly and gently begin to bring your awareness back to your body, to your breath. And begin to deepen the breath slowly. And bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart, setting an intention for this ceremony, this new moon ritual. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open up your eyelids once again. So our flow for today, or this morning, is we'll tune into the energy, the card reading of this wolf moon, and the Cancerian energy and what that has in store for us. And then we'll move into our heart opening cacao ceremony, or your cup of tea, but we're really going to connect with the energy of Mama Cacao to really expand and open our hearts, because a lot of us try and manifest from our head, and this is so limited. But when we manifest from our heart, we're really connecting with the emotion, with the feeling, with the expansiveness, because the heart is 100 times more energetically powerful than the mind. So we're really going beyond the mind, going beyond the limitations, and connecting with things that are more heart-led than mind-focused. And then we move into the Kundalini activation and Kriya to bring together all of that energy so we can really align ourselves with our dreams and desires. So the first full moon of 2025 is known as the wolf moon, and wolves like to move in packs, but there's also this interpretation of the lone wolf. So sometimes along our spiritual journey, our life, we can feel like that lone wolf out of the pack or out of the community and really feeling like an outsider. And sometimes you must walk that path alone to really get to know thyself. And that's the whole idea. It's like, yes, community and family and friends and socializing is super important, but sometimes we can get swept up in the ideas of others or what everybody else is doing and not following our own path and breaking the pack. And if you go back to historic times of, when first humans came to the earth or evolved on the earth, if you left the community or the pack, the ultimate, what ultimately would happen is you would die. So there's that primordial brain within us that is like, I must fit in, I must belong, I must be part of the community, or else I will die. So that's like the part of our brain that is still there. So we have to program us or reprogram and recondition ourselves that yes, society is important and community is important and coming together is important, but I do not have to conform. I do not have to shape myself into this square box, even though I feel like a circle. So it's really important to resource yourself with the backpack that you need to walk the path alone and to be fully confident and sure in yourself that I have everything that I need within myself. But also know that the community, your soul tribe, your family, your friends are there, but feeling like an outsider is normal. And so many people I work with, they're like, I've never felt like I've belonged. I feel this loneliness ever since I was a small child or teenager. And I was like, that is super normal, especially for those of us that are the black sheep of the family, or, more connected to the spiritual element or aspect of life. There will always be that sense of loneliness because that is the lone wolf inside of us. So the wolf moon may illuminate that loneliness within. So how can you go in and embrace that loneliness? And I get quite emotional when I say that because it's a horrible feeling. That loneliness is like, I'm on this planet with millions of people, yet I feel alone. It doesn't really make any sense. So connect with that part of you that feels lonely and befriend it. And when you befriend the loneliness, you will never feel like that again. Because how can you feel alone when you're always with yourself? So knowing thyself, resourcing yourself, loving yourself, providing for yourself. And it's not that we become so isolated or so self-sufficient that it's like, I don't need anybody else. It's not about that at all. But it's like, if somebody leaves my life, I'll be okay. Yes, I'll be sad. Yes, I will have bouts of loneliness, but I have myself. I know myself. And I can, make new friends. I can make new connections. I can make new relationships whenever. So it's about this balance. That's what I really feel, because so many of us go to the extremes of needing like lots of friends and lots of community and lots of this, or we're the opposite where we're the hermit. So it's about finding the balance and making sure that we are feeding all of the pieces of the pie of what it is to be human, but also to be spiritual. How can we merge the two together? Because the Cancerian energy Cancer is the ruling sign of the moon. And it's all to do with the watery emotions. Who doesn't love a water sign on a full moon? Like, really turning up the heat there. And it's a wonderful time to really be honest with yourself. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? And do I want to bring this baggage? Do I want to bring this emotional weight into this new year? Because full moons are a great time to release, to let go. I already started my burning ritual yesterday, and I was a little bit embarrassed of the decade of stuff I was holding on to. I was like, that happened 10 years ago and I'm still holding on. So yeah, I feel amazing today after really being honest with myself and really writing it down. I'm like, if anybody else read this, they think really, actually, you're still harping on about this? And I was like, yeah, I am. And off into the fire it went. So we really have to look and see and be like, is this serving me to hold on to this? Who's benefiting here, you know? So allow yourself to go to those deeper levels, and I promise you, you'll open so much more space for what this year has to gift you, because it's bringing a lot, and you have to have the capacity to hold the abundance, to hold the prosperity, to hold the spiritual and physical evolution that you're going to go through this year, and for your dreams and manifestations to really come to light this year. So whatever you've been working on, whether it's yourself, your business, your career, you know, your finances, it's coming this year. But is there room in your body, in your mind, in your heart to be open to receive it? So that's why it's really important to spend a lot of time in reflection this January and this new lunar cycle, as we come up to the next new moon, because we'll have a clean slate. It's like, okay, I've done that, I've cleaned out those drawers, I've set myself up. So now what am I focusing on? So now where do I want this year to go? Where am I driving towards? Where am I shooting my arrows? And the Cancer energy, it's about being able to navigate the emotions as well, because we can spiritually bypass, we can numb ourselves out, we can disassociate because it's just too bloody painful. But again, pain is a teacher. And if we avoid the thorn in our side, we're just constantly putting a band-aid over it. So it's like ripping off the band-aid. Initially, it's painful, but just for a few seconds. And then we can really begin to heal that wound. So again, it takes that courage, that bravery to be like, okay, ripping this band-aid off, and let me really tend to this wound and heal it once and for all, because the energy is so supportive of that. And you know, things are going to be so, duality is going to be such a big player this year that it's like there's no room for grayness here. It's either black or white, and it's like, which side of the fence are you going to be on? And the veil will be lifted and a lot of truths will come forward this year. So it's like, again, which side of the fence are you on? So it's really important to have that distinguished within yourself before you show up in the world, and to lead or to support those who you will be supporting, because we're all supporting somebody, whether it's our job or not. We're supporting somebody, and somebody is always looking to us for advice or for leadership. So it's really important that we are already that within ourselves to be the best that we can for those who rely on us for support. So I'll be sharing over the weekend a more detailed download of the energy of this moon, but that's just the energy that was flowing through this morning. So I'm going to share some cards and let's see what other guidance wants to come through. And oftentimes this can be a super personal reading, or perhaps it's more for the collective. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. So if you have any questions or something that you would like clarity on, just close down your eyelids and bring that question into your heart. Bring it to the forefront of your mind and expand it on your breath and the inhale. And exhale, send it out into the cards. Another energy that comes through is like being fun, being mischievous, being playful, like the giddy little the giddy little fairies. It's like, you know, it's time to play. It's time to have a little bit more fun this year. It's time to make space for that energy and playfulness. Okay. Oh, they all want to come through together. So the first card is Break the Chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So my dears, coming out of the cave. coming out of hibernation, and just again leaving the heaviness of the emotional baggage, the weight that you've been carrying for this lifetime, past lifetimes. If you really want to set yourself free, step into your feminine energy and just really flow with life and look at the difference. You want life to be hard, or do you want life to be light and easy? The sky's the limit. And yes, many of us, unfortunately, or fortunately, because we're the brave souls, are left with the breaking of the patterns, because do we want to send it on to the future generations? And whether we have children or not, there is still a future generation that comes after us that we still affect. So again, what are you letting go of? Rewriting the future, because we have the opportunity through Kundalini Yoga, through manifestation, through cacao, we have the opportunity to recreate our future. The next one, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, sending the light, laying the foundations, divine plan. So with everything that's happening in the Middle East, what is happening over in Los Angeles at the moment, we have the power, we have the ability to send light and energy out to all of the terrible things that are happening right now. Like when I look at it, I'm like, it looks like something from a movie. Like, how is this possible? Like, and again, we have a responsibility when we see things like that comes into our field. What are we sending back? What are we sending back out there? What is the imprint that we are sharing with the world? So as often as you can, send light, send love, send compassion, laying the foundation. So again, what I was saying about this year, spend the next part of January in reflection, clearing the slate. So when the new moon comes around, that you're like, okay, everything is cleared now, I'm ready, this is the plan, this is what I'm moving forward with. And of course, there is a divine plan. We can be as organized and planned as best as we can, and the universe is like, oh, picking you up and dropping you over here, you know. But again, you have your say to some degree in your life, in your manifestation, in your destiny. So wouldn't you like to get your order out there to the universe and make sure that you've been specific in what it is, and this or something better? And lastly, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So many of you are emerging from a year of the dark night of the soul, and I'm definitely here with you. Thank God. We are coming now to a lighter path of clarity, of grace, of ease, and walking towards what it is we came here to do. Finally, it's happening. There is such a need for us to really step into our purpose, not just for our own fulfillment, but for the fulfillment and the betterment of the world. And whether you help one person or a million people, it does not matter. Our purpose is to be stepped into, and this is very much happening this year. And you are totally guided, like everything is cleared now. It's just about walking the path, walking your truth, walking towards the light and doing what lights you up. That's the message that is ringing every single day. Do what lights you up. If it doesn't light you up, stop doing it and find what does light you up. And you can see that very evidently in the card. Oh, I think I definitely need a sip of cacao after that.